Huh?
I am the tips of Christmas past.
Ho, ho, ho. I am the tips of Christmas presents.
I am the tips of...
Look out, there's a black woman coming! Ah!
God bless us, everyone.
And then when I basically signed off and adjourned saying, happy holidays to everyone, I went downstairs to spend time with my wife. And the first thing we did is we ordered food, and we had a dilemma. The dilemma is this. Up to this year, basically every single year we would order Chinese food on Christmas Eve. It was kind of a tradition. Why? Well, number one, Asian restaurants are open for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, because they don't celebrate Christmas typically in Asia. And because we just had this tradition based on the movie A Christmas Story of ordering Chinese food on or around Christmas. So the problem was the Chinese place that we had used previously, which we really, really liked, we had it a few months ago, and it was terrible. We think that it has new ownership now, or maybe the person who was the cook retired, because the food was awful. And we're like, well, we're not going to go there anymore. What do we want to do? So my wife just couldn't decide. And then finally, we're like, let's just do something completely random rather than sit here all night. And so we started actually looking through like the order history. And I said, let's do something we've already done. And she says, well, what about that place that you tried? And you said you absolutely loved it, but I didn't get it that time. And the place we actually ordered from, of all places, was Shake and Go, which is the local place that does burgers, wraps, sandwiches, shakes, fries, and sides and stuff like that. But they're a local place. They are not some kind of a giant national chain. I ended up getting a nice big Texas burger with a side of onion rings. My wife got a veggie burger with a side of sweet potato fries, and it was absolutely amazing. Like, the food was great. She was blown away because she's only had a veggie burger a couple times, and she was curious, would it be good? And she loved it. She absolutely loved this veggie burger. So that was our Christmas Eve food. And then that night, we sat down and relaxed and watched a few Christmas movies. First, we watched Jingle All the Way, which is a great movie because, man, is that a throwback to the 1990s way of life and everything. You watch that movie, you can see, oh, this is how it was in the 90s. And, of course, it's very ridiculous, over-the-top humor with Arnold Schwarzenegger and really bad, like, green screen effects. I think there was still a blue screen back then. It's just ludicrous, but it's funny. It's a funny movie to watch to see how ridiculous it is. And then we watched A Christmas Story. Again, my dad's favorite Christmas movie. I love it, watching it every year. We watched it together, and it was a great time, and that was our Christmas Eve. So then, on Christmas Day, we had a lot planned, okay? Multiple meals that we were cooking together, but other things that we wanted to do because I had the day off, essentially, didn't have to work. And so we decided to get started early in the morning, and we started cooking our breakfast, okay? So our breakfast is nothing crazy special. It's just that you have to understand we don't usually cook breakfast. Typically, for me, my breakfast is a microwave, egg whites and turkey sausage sandwich with black coffee. But for Christmas, we wanted to do something better. So we actually cooked like a bigger meal. My wife cooked a big thing of scrambled eggs. I think she made a whole dozen scrambled eggs, and she added milk and she added seasonings and stuff. We also had some turkey sausage with it, sausage links, and some waffles. Now, no, we didn't make homemade waffles. It would have been too messy and too much to clean. So I ended up getting instant waffles, okay? So first of all, I like to show you what it looked like, but then I want to tell you about a little bit of disappointment, okay? Although, all right, maybe not huge disappointment. Well, let me show you what I'm talking about, okay? Ready? So this was our Christmas morning breakfast. As you can see, on holiday-themed plates, the scrambled eggs on the right with turkey sausage links, and on the left are instant waffles. They don't exactly look like the most appealing instant waffles, do they? Yeah. So what's funny is when I grew up, when I was a kid, Lego waffles were like the biggest thing. Or excuse me, Eggo waffles. Lego my Eggo was the catchphrase, right? And I remember, they're rounder waffles. And you put them in the toaster, and they had different flavors and stuff. So we wanted something different. I got cinnamon and brown sugar thick cut waffles. Like, these are like double thick compared to regular waffles. I put them in the toaster. That's how they came out. You see how they're deformed? So I'd like to know, what exactly did I do that was wrong? That the waffles were toasted on the outside and crispy. They were soft on the inside, like you would expect. But look how they deformed in the toaster. Is this just how they make them now? Are they so poor quality, made of low quality ingredients, they don't even retain their shape in the toaster? They just like disintegrate and deform? I don't know. I literally haven't had Eggo waffles in probably 15 years, maybe 20. So I don't know what they're like anymore. But this is the first time having them in a long time, and they just completely went in the toaster and went flat. So anyway, it tasted good. Like the actual flavor of these like cinnamon and brown sugar waffles or whatever it was, they actually tasted great. And the fried eggs were great. And the sausage links were sausage links. They weren't spectacular, but they weren't bad. They were already, pre-cooked. You just toss them in, you warm them up. So this was our Christmas breakfast. And I made a deal with my wife, all right? Because she said, my concern is it's Christmas Day. We have all this stuff we need to do. I don't want to be just like doing all work all day. It's Christmas Day. And I said, all right, so here's what we'll do. We're going to do all this together, but I'll do all the cleaning. If you got to cook, like if you got to cook the scrambled eggs, you cook the scrambled eggs. I'll wash all the dishes and do all the cleaning after the fact. Okay, so that's the deal that we made with each other. So I cleaned, the frying pan. Well, actually, it was a big, like a more of a stir fry wok that she made the eggs in, and I cleaned all the utensils and everything after the meal. Luckily, I didn't have to clean plates because, as you can see, we had holiday paper plates themed for the day. So there you go. So, after that, guess what we did? Well, we relaxed a little bit, and I played with Jasper Kitty. We had some of his favorite toys. Like, for example, he has this toy that he loves. It almost looks like a fishing pole, but it's a little, plastic pole with a string, and on the end of the string, there's streamers and feathers. He absolutely loves this toy. It's one of his favorites. So, for a while, I played with that with him, and he got all tired out, which was funny. And basically, then, we needed to do some house cleaning. Okay. And you might say, what the hell are you talking about? House cleaning on Christmas? Well, yeah. Like my wife usually would do it all by herself. Okay. And there's an opportunity now I'm home and I can help her with the house cleaning. So she's not doing it by herself. And I'm of the impression, and a lot of people might disagree with this, when you're doing something with someone you love, it's just a lot more fun and meaningful than doing it by yourself, even if it's something you don't like. So for example, house cleaning is typically something that you wouldn't enjoy. But if you do it with someone that you love, it at least feels like something better. Same thing, grocery shopping, shit like that. Doing it by yourself is boring. It feels like a tedious task. But if you share the responsibility, you do it with someone you care about, it feels different. So we ended up doing a bunch of house cleaning for like another hour and a half. It wasn't that much, but at the same time, it was at least, we wanted to get it done so that way we could have the rest of our day to ourselves. So we did house cleaning for like an hour and a half. Clean floors, all kinds of stuff. And then when that was done, my wife was like, well, now I want to take a shower and I want to get ready for the rest of our Christmas day. And I said, okay, do that. And I said, but I got nothing to do when you're, doing that, getting ready for the day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to head into the office, and I have some new equipment that I got that I haven't had a single chance to really mess with or test yet. And I'd like to do that. And she's like, all right, fine. As long, you're not doing it when we're together. Go for it. You're not doing anything else. You're waiting for me. So that's what I did. Okay. By the way, shout out to Mozzie, who was our first contribution post-Christmas. A $2 super chat. Never leave for so long again. Joking. Lol. Welcome back. Well, thank you to Mozzie for our very first contribution since Christmas. I appreciate that very much. I hope that you had a great Christmas. I can't wait to hear about all of your Christmases. I'm sure you're all going to tell me on today's show. Thank you so much, Mozzie. It's good to have you back. And let's see here. All right. I received a $20 tip. This is our first post-Christmas tip. Let's get this up on the leaderboard. Hold on.